The United Kingdom Office of Communication, known as Ofcom, has issued a fine against the hacker 4chan, against the site 4chan. They're the company behind it, for let me bring this up here, for £20,000, roughly 26,000 US dollars. This is according to reporting from Reuters. Now, according to sources within the British government, within the United Kingdom, that means that if 4chan does not respond within 60 days, and by respond, it means pay the fine, and ostensibly commit to whatever changes the British government wants, but have to pay the fine within 60 days. Quote, if 4chan ignores the fine, Ofcom can take steps to stop internet service providers allowing access to its site in Britain, end quote. That's right. So this has been the official launch of the series of events which will allow the United Kingdom to officially block 4chan countrywide in 60 days. Holy heavens. Now, to be clear, I just read a little bit of this Reuters report here. There's some ridiculousness in here. All right, so Britain has said on Monday, which was today, that the U.S. Internet Forum site 4chan, which is more accurate than the hacker known as 4chan, got the £20,000 fine for failing to provide information about the risk of illegal content on its service, marking the first penalty under the new online safety regime. Media regulator Ofcom said 4chan had not responded to its request for a copy of its illegal harms risk assessment, nor a second request relating to its qualifying worldwide. Now, here's what's interesting about that. Back on, let me see, what's the date here? Back on September 26th, the lawsuit filed by 4chan and Kiwi Farms, they banded together to file a lawsuit together against the United Kingdom's Office of Communications, which is a part of the British government. They filed that and actually managed to serve it. Now, they actually had a hard time serving this lawsuit because the Office of Communications did not want to take the lawsuit. Just to read a couple of tidbits of this. This is from the public certification of the lawsuit being served to the UK Office of Communications. Quote, that I am a process server acting under the direction of this company, and this affidavit has been prepared based on evidence collated by myself. On Wednesday, the 17th of September at 1440 hours at Riverside House, right? So at the office of Ofcom, right? The Office of Communication for the United Kingdom, a part of the government. With this summons in a civil action and complaint issued in this action by way of leaving the paperwork in the main reception of the building in the presence of a security guard. And check this out. At the time of service, I entered the main reception for the building and found that there was a set of glass double doors leading into the reception area for Ofcom. I met with a security guard in the main reception area of the building who initially confirmed himself to be an employee of Ofcom, but backtracked when questioned further. He denied me access to the reception area of Ofcom, despite that reception staff for Ofcom were watching our interaction through the glass doors. I explained I had legal documents to deliver to Ofcom, but the security guard would not allow me access. I did therefore leave the paperwork in the main reception area of the building in the presence of the security guard, knowing Ofcom to be within the building and that it would come to their attention. Reception staff of Ofcom witnessed me serve the paperwork through the glass doors. So basically, they struggled to get this lawsuit served to the British government because the British government government were acting like I don't know, they were dodgy people trying not to pay their child support, right? They were hiding behind glass doors, like, oh, we're not here, you can't come in here, we're behind the doors, we're behind glass, you can't see us. And so they, the server took pictures and was like, here it is, I'm serving you, you're seeing this, you can't really deny that. It doesn't look like the UK Office of Communications responded in any official way to being served, at least none that I've been able to discern. I've reached out to the British government. I've reached out to the Office of Communications and have gotten absolutely no response whatsoever. However, according to this, Ofcom says that 4chan had not responded to its request for a copy of illegal harms risk assessment, blah, 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 blah. Well, looking at this, so I read the entirety of the lawsuit that 4chan filed with Kiwi Farms against the UK Ofcom. And it very directly responded to Ofcom's request in the lawsuit. The lawsuit was served. And then a few weeks after the lawsuit was served, with the response in it, the very clear response, it was fantastic. I covered that here at the Lunduke Journal. If you have not seen that show, go back and look for it. It was a month or 2 months back or whatever. It was fantastic. But it was a clear response in there. Now, the media regulator Ofcom, the part of the British government, is now claiming that it hasn't gotten a response. Oh, no, it didn't get any response. Well, it got a lawsuit. It got a friggin' lawsuit. And now the British government is trying to ignore that lawsuit and basically trying to fine American corporations, or say that those corporations will no longer be allowed access to the United Kingdom. People in the United Kingdom cannot then access websites in America. The technology minister, Liz Kendall, said the government is, quote, has, quote, fully backed Ofcom in taking action. This fine is a clear warning to those who fail to remove illegal content or protect children from harmful material, she said, end quote. Holy heavens. Holy heavens. So the British government is supporting Ofcom, which makes sense because Ofcom is part of the British government. It's the United Kingdom Office of Communications. And the United Kingdom Office of Communications has begun the process of making 4chan inaccessible to everyone in the United Kingdom 60 days from today. From tomorrow, 60 days from tomorrow. And every day that 4chan does not pay, the fine increases by £100. Now, 4chan ain't gonna pay. I mean, how crazy would it be? 4chan's got a lawsuit. I'm expecting any day now we're going to have a really great response from 4chan, the people behind 4chan and Kiwi Farms, regarding this clear escalation from Ofcom around this. It's absolutely asinine. It's truly asinine how the British government is handling all of this. It makes absolutely no sense. And yeah, it just is absolutely ridiculous. But that's what's happening. I'm going to keep tabs on it, and we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you to the Lunduke Journal subscribers for allowing me to keep tabs on these sorts of court cases. They are important, and they're actually going to have an impact. They're going to have an impact on censorship. They're going to have an impact on corporations working across boundaries. They're going to have an impact. There's so many lawsuits going on right now related to tech workers within companies like IBM and Red Hat and a few others now who have been discriminated against because of DEI and related policies. And so keeping tabs on all of these variety of lawsuits is critically important for the tech industry, for open source, for open communications, for keeping tabs on censorship, for all of it. And so I really do appreciate all of the Lunduke Journal subscribers for allowing me to do this work. Because if I was getting money from, Microsoft and Amazon in order to do this show, if they were paying ads for ad spots on the Lunduke Journal, I would not be allowed to do this sort of coverage, which is shown by the fact that, well, no other news outlets are actually covering these sorts of things in any sort of detail, and certainly not honestly. So thank you again for all of your support. It means the world. Lunduke.com. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds and nerdettes across the vast and glorious intertube I do see before me, end broadcast.